Classic Rock 94.5 bakes Butter Tarts with pastry pro Anne Mann.
How's it going? My name's Chris. I'm from Classic Rock 94.5 with Nathan.
Hi, I'm Nathan from Classic Rock 94.5. Today, two guys getting ready for Christmas holidays. We're going to do some baking. We're here at Anne Mann's and going to learn how to use all the tips and tricks to make our signature Butter Tarts. We're also going to be giving away some copies of the cookbook.
Nice.
Yeah.
Looking forward to this.
Now, one thing is, before we get into this, I've never cooked with lard. Have you?
I don't cook.
So it'll be a big day for all of us. We've got lard shortening, two different kinds of flour. Everything that goes into this, I've never made actual pastry before. And you've never made pastry
I didn't know
before.
there's two types of flour.
Mix both flours, salt, lard, shortening, and butter with a pastry blender. Do you have a pastry blender? Yes, you can use your hands as long as you clean them.
I'll be back. I should wash.
And now we're clean.
Yeah.
So when you look at this, we've got the pastry flour, which is this.
Okay.
And we need a cup and a half of that. Usually there's like a knife to slap the top of it. I don't know if you've ever... No? Never. I've done some baking.
Good.
Yeah, that looks about right.
It was
Now-
more than one, so yeah.
4 cups of regular. So hand me the cup, the 1 cup. There you go. Thanks, Ann. And this is the all-purpose flour. See what I'm saying here?
Look at that.
1 even cup. Now that's a fair bit of flour there.
Mm-hmm.
And how many dozen are we making here? 3 dozen or so?
Well, you're making 3 dozen, but you're going to have enough pastry left over to have a couple of pie shells to take home and try something on your own.
Oh, so there you go. A little bit of bonus. So we've got that in there. Then we need the salt. And we need a teaspoon, 1.5 teaspoon.
I don't get your leveling knife, do I?
No.
No.
Now we need lard, shortening, and butter. Basically, we need a 1 pound of shortening and lard. Now, I don't know where the lard is from. Specific animal?
Pig.
Pig. So,
Doesn't
butter
smell
tart,
like
bacon. Oh, yeah. 1/4 cup margarine, butter, not margarine. These ones are a little easier.
Yeah.
You just cut them. You can buy butter like that from the store. So the butter goes in. And that means this all goes in.
Back in the day, mixing up all that concrete. Tons of fun.
You owned Armstrong's Bakery in Lucknow for a while.
Yep.
And you put out the cookbook back in 2010. And what prompted you to put the cookbook out?
I just really wanted to put all my favorite recipes in one place, mostly for family and friends, and then it escalated into maybe a little bigger project than I'd anticipated.
And you've sold quite a few.
Over 1,200 copies.
Wonderful. So the egg, water, and vinegar. And so we need a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of cider vinegar. We're going to whisk this. And then we blend with a fork until all the flour is moist and the dough is forming. That looks like most of it is moist to me. Often use your hands to finish gathering the dough together.
If you're going to make a big bunch of tarts, you probably can. Oh no, you're not that experienced. So start with
Yeah, let's
maybe
see.
start with this size. It's easier, and you're going to use a lot of flour to roll that.
Something that size.
Yep, and make them all into discs like that is what I do right now.
Okay.
Just set them.
Now that's not one tart. We're gonna make a bunch of tarts.
That
out of
might make
Can
a
it?
big pie. That would be called a pie.
pies, just larger tarts. Step 2 here. We've got the flour laid out on the counter. Be generous with the flour because you don't want the dough to stick to the surface. Take a big rolling pin and you start, get it thin, go different directions. Do I sound like I know what I'm doing?
You sure do.
All right. You make pastry as thick as you want to make it. Make sure that this isn't sticking. There you go.
Now, how do you make it circular? That way it can fit into this.
Well, you can buy fancy tools or you can hit up the recycling bin. This is an old apple juice container. You put that on there. Now the objective here is to get as many out of this as possible. Put it on, boom. Turn it. There you go. Once you've got that, fit that in there. As we get through this, we've got all these leftover pieces here, we'll combine that with more of the dough and then re-roll it out. One pan down. See, this is fairly easy. Chris is going to load those up. You put those in the bottom. I'm going to work on the insert to the butter tarts. So we've got 2 cups brown sugar already measured out, some salt, melted butter, corn syrup, and some eggs, and that's really all that needs to go in there. So we're going to mix the brown sugar, salt, melted butter, and corn syrup. So whisk eggs, then stir into brown sugar mixture. Put this in. There we go. All right. So Anne told us this little trick. If you want to see if the pastry is actually cooked, just dip your finger in and see how that turns. You know that the pastry is done when it turns like that. So here we have the final product. These ones, of course, are the walnut butter tarts. And Anne's been gracious enough to send us home with the pie crust, and we're going to make our own pies at home, hopefully following the recipes. Fingers crossed. This is the cookbook, and thanks so much. Fantastic cookbook, and we look forward to giving that away a little bit later on. So you can hit us up, classicrock945.ca, and look for the link.
Yeah, it's been great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Visit classicrock945.ca for your chance to win Anne's cookbook, Anne's Favorites. Anne's Favorites is available at Cliff's Plumbing and Heating in Lucknow, Chesley Grocery Store, The Kitchen Cupboard and Icebox in Listowel, Fincher's in Kincardine and Goderich, and Sewing Galore in Wingham.